Welcome, FNusa57 here. I'm back on my Xbox One, and today I am bringing you yet another video for Gears 5. So you'll see us chilling here in Campaign Plus. This video is going to be Act 1, all of Act 1, on Inconceivable difficulty walkthrough. So this is part of the That's Inconceivable achievement. I have the base guide posted. You will be using the modifiers that I have set up here: big head, active reload refills clip, headshot explosion to grenade, enemy modifiers to freezing, total ammo to double, and then jack cooldowns to fast with jack progression carryover. Turn that on. This is to do it as fast as possible. If you want to make the game harder on yourself, you can make it harder on yourself. And you can also make it even easier. As you see here, we're doing it in 2-player co-op. Casper helping me out on a lower difficulty. So you can do that if you want, or you can have both players on Inconceivable. It doesn't really matter too much with these modifiers or mutators turned on. These mutators make the game super easy. As I said, you can actually make the game harder on yourself if you want to, but there really is no reason to do that. You don't get any special skins, achievements, or anything of that nature. The only achievement associated with Inconceivable difficulty is this one right here, like I mentioned earlier. That's Inconceivable, and you have to complete all chapters on Inconceivable difficulty. You'll notice this achievement has a 0.02% unlock rate, which is actually 0.01% higher than the same achievement on Gears 4. So for the purposes of this guide, I'm going to just skip as many of the cinematics as it lets me, because it's kind of crazy. And I do have to admit that it looks a little ridiculous with big head on. Now, it's very important that you use big head and not bobblehead or bounce head, because big head actually increases the size of the hitbox for a headshot, whereas bobblehead or bounce head does not. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of the That's Inconceivable difficulty achievement guide, you will want to play through the game at least once before doing this. This way, all of your jack abilities that you've found and the upgrades that you've unlocked will be able to transfer over. In this particular case, I actually have everything already for jack. So I'm good to go on that. You could also do your collectible achievement and whatnot, but we're basically just going to sprint through this. I'm not going to be picking up or waiting for any collectibles or anything. You can technically do this in 3-player co-op as well if you wanted to, but that's personal preference, really. So the first act, especially the first mission, is relatively straightforward. And basically it's just kind of a prologue. Teaches you the controls and whatnot. If you want, you can bother with the whole getting ammo thing. You don't really need to, but you can do it. You can also do get grenades. I do recommend that you go ahead and get the grenades. With this whole doubled ammo capacity, it's really not necessary, but it does make the game a little bit on the easier side. This campaign was relatively stingy on the amount of ammunition that it gave you, so just keep that in mind. Technically, with the modifiers that I have active right now, there's really no excuse. There's no reason why I would actually be running out of ammunition. And you don't have to use the custom skins. I'm using custom skins just because it looks really cool. So you'll notice I have the full Heroic Venom weapon skin set. I also have the full Arid Gale skin set. And you do have to be a little bit careful. You want to prioritize getting headshots if at all possible. You'll notice I just took that frost damage there because I have freezing enemies on. So even though this is on Inconceivable, I'm actually just pushing forward. I really shouldn't be pushing forward this much. Like, definitely, if you're not using these specific modifiers, you really want to stay back and definitely mark your targets and let the AI take care of most of them. But you'll see how I'm not losing ammunition. And I have over 700 rounds. There's also some more grenades up here, which they can be a little funky to aim at. But you can go ahead and get those grenades if you want. I grab them just because. Who doesn't want to carry 8 grenades? One thing I have to say is I wish that the custom character skins, when you have that modifier turned on, would apply to every single character, not just the ones that you're playing as.
There's too many active hives. Everywhere we go, another burial site's hatched. All the more reason to get the hammer going online.
Let's hope Jen sees it that way.
Now, I can't be the one that's like super aggressive. You do have to be a little bit careful. I'm being more aggressive than I really should be. But that's because of the whole frost damage modifier.
They're coming out of that nest! Nest destroyed!
Normally that, like, Nasher shot would have been enough to actually kill me. Casper's up there pushing up. Like I said, you'd actually be able to do this with both people on Inconceivable difficulty. It's just more efficient to run it twice. And you definitely don't want to put Iron Man on at the same time. It's way too easy to die with Iron Man active.
Let's find out. You guys go right?
The cutscenes look a little retarded with the whole giant heads, though.
You sure about this? 2 silos, 2 paths. Got a better idea? Go! Hatch! Jump down. This looks like some kind of exhaust zone. I guess it's not silent.
This part can be a little hairy. Just because Juvies are, well, they're very aggressive.
Where'd it go? Are there more? Just keep pushing it out.
Thankfully, unlike previous games, you don't actually have to worry about these Juvies being behind you. And we don't have to worry about running out of ammunition, so you can literally just hold down the trigger on your Lancer. Now, you do want to get out of that section. Make sure you don't get stuck on anything. You've seen how I was hit by that juvie. Normally on Inconceivable, that would have pretty much put me full red, if not, like, instantly dead. But I was able to survive that due to the freezing modifier being active.
Yeah, can you get this open?
Man, you know what? If they want to turn this place into a hive, let them. It's an isolated island hundreds of miles from shore.
Uh-huh. Let's just make sure that happens after we leave. Lee? There we go! So much for a silo. Under here. We got company.
James, we're above you. We can provide support from up here if things get hairy.
Just tell us who to target. Coming, target.
Okay, now! Open fire! Looks dead to me. Go, we got a net. Toss the frag! Close it up! Frag out! Got him! Target that drone! Target down!
Usually the person playing on lower difficulty will push up further, and this way they can actually kill more of the enemies.
Hey, Paul! Unload that grenadier! Wiped out! Focus fire on that drone! Dead! Hey, Paul! Going frag! Got it!
Be careful not to shoot the pods down on top of your teammates.
Copy that! Watch it! Floor! Oh, shit!
This part can technically be a little tricky. You want to clear the enemies that can shoot at you as fast as possible, and then keep your distance from the carrier.
I've got Guardians or DR1. What do you want?
Send down Guardian!
You got it.
The hardest part are these little cankers. You really want to prioritize taking those out because they do a massive amount of damage. Then it's just a matter of flanking around the carrier, keeping your distance from it, shoot the cankers. Well, like I said, the cankers are a problem in that fight. I didn't get one of them. I thought that I got that one, and as you've seen, it insta-killed me. So, cankers are a massive problem. You need to prioritize those. You're probably going to have a few deaths when you go through this on Inconceivable. If you can somehow make it through on Inconceivable without dying a single time, my hat is off to you guys. But more than likely, you'll have a couple deaths. Hey, Casper, you can be a little more aggressive. Or are the enemies freezing you too quickly?
Watch it! Floor! Oh, shit! Carrier! Control, we can use those reinforcements right about now!
Condor's almost within range, Delta. incoming. I've got Guardians or DR1. What do you want?
Send down Guardian.
You got it.
I'm surprised that they're freezing that much. I'm not really getting frozen at all. It's just the inconceivable difficulty makes it so that,
Finally!
like, the stupid cankers do ridiculous damage.
Carrier!
I literally got hit by one canker, and it instantly obliterated me.
Hey, Control, that carrier's down. Thanks for the help. Stevie, one of you secure the area. The others with us. Let's go.
I'm just enjoying being able to carry 8 frag grenades.
Nope, it's locked. We'll have to find another way to open it. Hey, check that fence.
But I figured I'll probably have, like, a couple deaths here and there just due to random things. What's funny is the Guardian actually came with us. Normally I can never get the Guardian to come with me.
As far as I know, he's opening a door.
Usually I call them in at that carrier fight and then they just instantly die when it's over.
So, that data Dave just downloaded? There's a big hole at the highest security clearance.
How does this relate to our mission?
It doesn't, but now I need to know. I'm guessing whatever's missing was pulled from the network.
Well, who would have the authority to do that?
Back then, only the facility commander. Find his office.
I'm just gonna try and take cover as soon as possible.
Damn it! Today, we just lost our backup! Shit! Hey, stay down! Focus fire on that drone!
It's not a bad idea to take the tri-shot too. Tri-shot's pretty nice in this area.
Frag out! Don't look! Throwing frag! Ah, there. Done. Now let's find that office.
What does a facility commander's office even look like?
I don't know. Like a big door, nameplate, maybe commander written on it.
That's a pity. This way to the commander's office, but the door's locked.
It's just crazy the sheer amount of ammo you can carry when you double it. You don't even really necessarily have to double it when you're running the active reload thing. It just makes it easier if you do.
Dave, crack it open. Control, we found your missing data.
Appreciate it, Delta.
Hey, you know what we'd appreciate? Some backup.
What? Where are you?
The silo. We found it. And they're all over us.
Shit, we're on our way.
I would personally recommend stocking up on whatever you want in these rooms. Definitely take the boom shot and the explosive ammo because that's just awesome to have.
Oh shit, they were hit! Man, we leave you guys alone for 5 minutes!
Yeah,
And then if you hit that active reload with the buzzkill, it really makes the buzzkill fun because you have an unlimited ammo heavy weapon.
Target's down.
The active reload is a little tricky to hit, though. At least for me.
All right. Control room's clear.
Nice of you guys to show up.
Oh, no problem. Is that rocket a jet?
It is, believe it or not.
Good. Then find a port for Dave to plug into. If it checks out, he'll initiate.
Oh, yes, give me that boom shot. Nothing like a boom shot with 12 rounds in it to make things a little more fun.
Override near the top. Fight our way up. Dave!
Oh, that's not good. I'm almost frozen.
Oh, you think?
Now you'll see I missed my reload, so I lost ammo. But as long as you get your active reload, you get ammo back. I'm gonna cut down those pods this time. Just, I kind of think one of those might have landed on me for some reason.
Usually, 4.
Ignition, engine 4.
Oh, come on.
Or that pod landed on me. You have to be really careful about that.
Coming in here was not your finest idea, man. Jenny, ladder! Got it! It's raining goddamn shooting!
Now you do have to be careful because juvies are really annoying. It's kind of good to stay back and have your lancer at the ready. If you stay back, you'll get this little scripted cinematic, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be okay.
15 seconds to launch.
Gotta go!
10 seconds to launch.
No time! Come on!
Punch it!
No! Dave's still out there!
Who gives a shit? He's a robot.
That's not his fault!
1.
Gotcha!
Lift off.
Welcome back, kids. Oh, one thing. Kim found out about our little vacation to Hammerland, and as I predicted, she's not happy. Now that she's done yelling at me,
Now this Act 1, Chapter 2, well, it's pretty darn easy. It's basically just going to be a lot of walking, talking, cinematic, and really nothing too much to worry about. So, if you want, you can skip through this part, because it is pretty straightforward.
James, how about I see Jen first? I'll calm the storm before you brief her.
I'm sorry, is this Sergeant Phoenix being diplomatic?
You can call it what you want, but we're at war, even if it doesn't feel like it yet.
on the same page.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think it'll help, then sure.
The data is in front of you, Damon.
What? That's it? I thought the new satellite would automatically...
It's a little sad and also a little crazy that when they have big heads, the playable characters have big heads, and some of the characters don't have big heads,
Not matching
and they don't even fit on the screen.
this, you are not actually
Please
thanking
stop
me.
talking. So, I still can't find the other Hammer of Dawn satellites. On the plus side, I accidentally invented an AI that understands sarcasm.
Here, that data drive you wanted. Maybe it'll help.
Find lost satellites? I doubt it. But I'll take a look.
Wait, hang on. Did we do all that for nothing?
Oh, it'll fire. But with only one working satellite up, it'll be tough to control the beam. What's wrong with Dave?
They've had a few problems.
What kind of problems?
That kind.
Oh, I know I'm gonna regret this.
That's another one I need to clip.
Everyone,
When I feel about like just beating my head against the wall.
How the hell did you have time to build this?
when did I have time to build this? This is what I do. I sit here making stuff you guys don't appreciate and inevitably break.
Okay, so what's different about him?
Whole new range of behaviors. Improved scanning, augmented combat, and support.
But look at that nice heroic Venom skin.
One of a kind. And he's all yours. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bazillion 40-year-old satellites to find.
Damon, there are only 15 missing satellites.
Thank you, Iris. More sarcasm to add to your growing library.
Before we begin, Damon, the combat module you brilliantly designed is now ready. My use of brilliantly was intended to be sarcastic. Did I succeed?
Follow me. You'll want to equip this new module ASAP. It'll make Jack combat ready.
Oh, I'm gonna dig this.
It'll give Jack what I've been calling flash. It blinds, stuns the enemy.
Sadly, even though I already have the ability equipped, I have to like actually equip the ability.
Installed and equipped. So, how do we use it?
I'll show you. Over here.
Now the weird thing is I have my Jack progression on, but it still says I have 0 components, so
And get into cover.
not entirely sure what's going on with that right now.
Iris, activate Alpha 331. So, say you got a target that seems awfully comfortable behind cover. Jack's flash ability fixes that. Aim at the TV.
Test sequence complete.
Huh. Useful.
Now, let's try it again with multiple targets. Iris, activate Alpha 332.
Incoming, Damon.
Jack's got to reroute power between flashes. Once he's recharged, hit him again.
Unlawful citizen spotted.
Oh, 2 for 1. Nice.
Drop one! Jack Flash!
Nice work. Feel free to run it again if you want.
Test sequence complete.
No offense, JD, but Jack's my best friend.
I'm very happy for you. For both of you. But now I need you to return your weapons to the weapons locker and get out of here.
It looks so ridiculous. The characters have giant heads and it makes their bodies look so damn tiny.
Before you go see Jen, stop by the armory. They might have one you can borrow.
Oh, we will definitely be doing that.
Good. Now I can get back to work.
What Damon means to say is that he has more important things to do.
Thank you, Iris. Blunt it.
Later, Beard. Come on, guys.
No worries. Do your thing. Come on.
Honestly, the big head mode is just kind of a little on the ridiculous side. Unless you're like wanting to lip read.
Well, look, we'll just leave it at the very important work, punching machines.
And sparring. Hang on a second, shit stick.
Shit stick. Del, theories?
I don't know. Maybe a stick made out of shit?
Or a stick used to stir up shit.
Alright, fuck off. How about we make this interesting? You and me, spar. Alright. Now that fire's fun.
That's always been a funny part. Like, what exactly is a shit stick?
Not with this day. That's not even new yet. Ah, there's a quote for borrow. I prefer borrow. Definitely. Alright, let's see what it does.
Come on.
Gotta say, loving the new Jack. Can't wait to test him out in the field.
Yeah, it's probably had enough alone time with her by now.
I'm hoping once I get out of this section, it'll go ahead and register that I have all of the Jack upgrades.
Hey, enough's enough. You gotta see someone about these things.
But you know how buggy Gears of War can be.
After we talk to Jim.
Let me be perfectly clear. When it comes to this weapon, I don't share.
It's so weird. Some of the characters have big heads and some of them don't. Like, Baird gets a big head, but Marcus doesn't get a big head. Jin doesn't get a big head. I think Jin would have looked utterly hilarious with a big head.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say it. For both our sakes.
Anya would have wanted
You
to
don't get to talk about her.
If that's what you think,
Sure.
I won't argue.
Hey, we're getting close. Where do you want me and Kate?
Main gate. Keep anything else from getting inside.
You realize I'm the ranking officer here, right?
And we'll reinforce Carmine at the town hall.
I can't believe we're back here. We did our duty. You need to get over it. Get over it.
Guys, not the time.
Oh god, that looks so terrible with the big heads. Oh, they should have thought of that when they put that modifier in. But Cold's face there was amusing. His oh shit expression. Oh, well, this is gonna be fun. I'm trapped underneath some wreckage.
Hang on, Cole. Now, boss, we're pinned down here.
We're coming! We got zombies up here!
Shit, we got him down here too.
Better keep them skinny shits off us! Get back, you kids!
No, no, stay away, you annoying juvie. Stunned, no.
Now, we gotta get down there! They're gonna get rich with quick, mate! I know! Watch it!
Nah, get off of me, juvie.
They got me.
Just love how there's a juvie chilling inside the helicopter.
That was the last one.
Thanks. Now, get us out of here.
Pops, get going!
Thanks.
Yeah, that section in co-op is a bit of a pain in the ass. You gotta wait for the AI to actually get all the way down, and if you try to take a shortcut, then it bugs out. It's kind of frustrating.
Swarms all over him. Hurry if you can.
Run our way. Come on, Delta. Let's get out of here.
I'm just enjoying having, you know, plenty of ammunition for a change.
tarmac at our location.
I'll deploy PV units to take it out. Just get the Carmine.
We'll go. Right after we're done. Halt!
Room's clear.
All evac trucks, proceed immediately to the hub.
It's acting as if I have the upgrades.
Settlement. Keep your convoy away from it.
Let me just check.
They're faster than they look.
Okay. Yep, I have them. I don't want that. My game's being a little laggy. I'm just going through making sure that I have all of the upgrades so that I don't have to do it later. Make Jack as strong as possible. Which is really weird because I had all of the upgrades and I had them all equipped, but there we go. I think. Hey, free achievement for you, Casper. I just, you know, went through all that painstaking work of collecting all the upgrades and ultimate abilities, you know.
Everybody stay back. They're coming in. Hey, stand down, Private. We're Gears.
Shit, sorry, Lieutenant. No harm, no foul. What are you doing here?
Lost our DBs and we got civilians holed up in here.
Get out of my way. Your head's too big for the doorway.
Apartment complex.
Copy that, Delta. I'll circle back.
Thanks for that, Lieutenant.
You guys here to pick us up?
Come on, Delta. We're not, but the convoy's on the way.
I'd actually have to see which one you're missing. I vaguely remember where all of the upgrades are. The upgrades weren't, like, the ultimate ability wasn't that hard to get, because I explored everywhere. It was the components that took me the longest.
Control.
Hey, Lizzie's got a big head.
I took care of it. DBs, we gotta secure this street.
Lizzie!
Okay, I need to get in cover.
What can we do to help?
Alright, come here.
All right, you heard her. Let's get to work. Baird, we're assisting a stalled convoy. We might need reinforcements here.
Roger that, Delta. Diverting a Condor your way now.
Phoenix, for the last goddamn time, I'm the ranking officer, which means I call in the reinforcements.
Yes, sir. I will fix it.
I love having the active reload refills the magazine.
JD, your Condor's close. What do you need?
Lieutenant Chitani, request Sentinels.
Oh, do I then?
On the way.
Guardians, secure this street.
I do have to be really careful that I don't get counter-sniped.
He's onto these trucks if there's no trucks left.
Oh shit! Scion! Alright people, here comes their MVP!
Focus fire on that drone.
There's just one left, Delta!
That's it. Street's clear. Now let's regroup.
Alright, now I can catch up. I would recommend that you keep the Lancer and Longshot. The Nasher's not really that useful.
Hey, the street's clear, but the rooftop ain't! We got a pouncer!
Grab the cover and watch those quills.
Don't let him pounce! That's it, we're clear.
Okay, thank you very much.
This game's a little wonky sometimes. It's like, oh, everybody has to regroup. Oh, now you can run to the door.
Squad just got overrun. They're hunkered down with civilians inside the tower. They're not gonna last if you don't get there soon.
That's a darn good chainsaw if it can cut through steel chain.
Go!
Oi, Del. You gonna be okay?
You know, you might not have a problem with shooting innocent people, but I do.
Innocent, huh?
It looks so much funnier with Big Head on.
Bombs are innocent. Good to know. Both of you, knock it off.
Look, what happened happened. Right now we focus on completing this evacuation.
Goddamn right.
Here's the hub, dead ahead. Shit, Carmine is definitely in trouble. Damn it, Swarm's taking down our condos too.
Yeah, I bet that goddamn swarm ain't brought it down.
Every con-
Got a way through here. Shit, snatch it. If that thing makes its way to the hub, Carmine's problem's gonna get a lot worse.
Alright, this section is full of juvies. So, you want to be really careful. They will pop out from the windows and
These copper things got to go.
they are super annoying. Cole's right about that when it comes to poppers. They just need to go.
Last one's down.
Delta, Carmine's back on comms, patching him through. Phoenix, I'm down to my last squad of DBs here. Where the hell are you?
Hang on, Sarge. We're almost there. We're going in. On me. All right, looks like Carmine's holed up in that tower with the civilians.
Let's show these DBs how it's done. Clear the plaza. Dead. Shit! They're everywhere. Look out, turret!
Nice job, Delta. That's it. Carmine, plaza's clear.
Thanks, Delta, but you got more damn bogeys incoming. Hey, our supply drop is still out there, so put Barrett's new Lancers to good use.
Wilco, you keep those civilians safe. We'll handle things out here.
Uh-oh, what do we got? Oh, Lancer grenade launchers? Where the hell does Barrett find the time? Here, get him while they're hot.
Let's make this work.
I would probably recommend you keep your Lancer. Because the problem with the Lancer grenade launcher is the active reload does not actually refill the GL. So like I said, I'd recommend that you stick to your regular Lancer. Also, make sure to thoroughly abuse Jack's abilities. You'll notice that I have the Freezing Flash ultimate, which just makes dealing with these enemies so easy.
Send down Shepard.
Got it. They're coming in hot.
If you have the ultimate abilities, then you'll have the Flash ability unlocked, and you'll also have the enemies take damage, bonus damage, which is really nice.
What to say? I really hate settlement too.
The pulse ability shows you clearly where the enemies are, and then the flash ability will stun them. The ultimate freezes them. It's super nice. Running like this, even running on Inconceivable, you really wouldn't think that you're playing on Inconceivable. It feels like you're playing on, like, arcade, if that was even a thing.
Sedition will not be tolerated.
Oi! They're coming at us from the right! Go! Someone get on that turret!
Target acquired.
Flash!
Lay down your weapon.
You can just see how crazy effective that freezing flash ability is. Technically, you could even play through this solo if you wanted to on Incon with this setup. It really wouldn't be difficult.
Order will be restored.
Target that drone! Flash! Hey, we got a bouncer! Release the cool. Oh, shit! Another one!
Lay down your weapons.
Only one left!
Now see, normally if you didn't have these mutators on, you'd be running out of ammo and things would be getting pretty crazy.
Sedition will not be tolerated.
I think that's it. We're clear. Oi! Whatever happened to that snatcher we were following? Stay back! Fire and raid! That thing ain't slowing me up! Oh, hell no! Jack, flash!
As I said, that flash ability just
Oh, you gotta be kidding! Oh, we said...
makes this difficulty so easy.
And stay down. All right, snatcher's down. Carmine, bosses.
So Casper, what do you think of my Jack abilities now? It honestly kind of makes this like playing on arcade. Man, if Jack could just spam abilities in Horde, that would be crazy.
Uncle Clay. Radio died.
JD, we lost it.
Delta, I'll set down for extraction.
Go, go! Clear out of here! It's not safe!
How a group of leeches manages to, like, chew through a solid metal armored vehicle, I will have no idea.
Fire's in the way. Find a way around. Cardio kit. Hang on. That has stim tech. All right, with that upgrade, Jack can stim our way through that fire. Okay, go, go! Oh, that's strong stuff. Forgot about that. Whoa. Okay.
Well, that packs a punch.
Too late! Now, over there, snipers! Let's clear them out! Jack, flash! Thanks for the assist, Jack! All right, I think we got them all.
That block thing can shut down our bots? There's no way we can hold this settlement.
Marcus and I had to bug out at the wall. Swarms everywhere. That ring's controlled.
Something's messing with our comms. Did you read?
I just decided to make these videos to give you guys a little bit more of a in-depth idea of where you need to go to get the achievement. But it is super easy, which is nice. Well, at least it can be made super easy. This part's a little bit hairy coming up, but not too bad.
Copy that, Lizzie. Good luck. Set stand down.
Are you kidding me? That block thing doesn't just shut BBs down, it turns them. What the hell, man?
Now let's get the rest.
Now all you have to do is just creep through this section. You can use like your pulse and stim abilities. I like to use pulse just to have an idea for where the enemies are. They're pretty much always in the same places, but it does make it a little bit easier in case you don't remember exactly where they are. With the upgrade, you'll also see like all the weapons and stuff that you can pick up. Make sure you're plucking the robot's core, not chainsawing them, otherwise all of the rejects will kind of come alive and try to attack you. And there is a ton of rejects in here. So fighting all of these normally, even with Jack's ability, while it wouldn't be impossible, I wouldn't recommend it on this difficulty. It's simply not worth the aggravation. Make sure you move slowly and then you should have no problems. Sometimes, unfortunately, you can't quite grab the core. Like, the angle has to be damn near perfect to grab the core. But as long as you get most of them, you should be fine. My apologies if you hear a little extra, like, growling-ish. My mic's very sensitive, and my kitten decided to jump up and just start purring, so. Also, I need to get a new controller. My controller vibration motor is, like, broken, so it's really loud. Grab ammo if you need ammo, and then you can duck under here. Now this, we don't actually have the luxury of plucking their cores. I would recommend that you use the pulse ability like I am. Do not stand directly behind cover, because if you do, and a reject vaults over to cover and kicks you, you will instantly die. Keep in mind there is a try shot. If you would like it, you can grab it. The flash ability makes a huge difference. You can also just shoot their legs off in this situation, and they'll fall down. If they take enough damage, then they'll just self-destruct. But do be careful, if they self-destruct too close to you, it is possible that they'll do enough damage to kill you on Inconceivable. I highly recommend taking this try shot. It'll make the next room's fight a little easier. Which thankfully you can open the door. I'm doing all the acts recorded, but I need help when it comes to those leeches. There's no way to stop them when they hit you. Those leeches need to die instantly. It's kind of the annoying section. Like, the game leaves frickin' 3 leeches, I think? 2 or 3 leeches when you open that door. And you don't have time to use a stim ability or anything. Oh, wow. It reset us back here. Damn it. Oh, well. The checkpoints aren't exactly the best in this game. If you even get touched by the reject when it vaults over, it insta-kills you, which is freaking retarded. This is actually one of the sections for Act 1 that's a little bit more hairy. You wouldn't necessarily think that it would be, but it just gets a little chaotic because of the checkpoints and the leeches. There's so many things that are a insta-kill as opposed to just downing you. Normally, a reject vaulting over cover wouldn't instantly kill you. You'd barely take any damage at all from it. But unfortunately, on Inconceivable, it's counted as enough damage to instantly kill you. Thankfully, Jack looks out for you and helps kill some of those enemies, or at least stuns them. Now we have these leeches right here on the other side of the door.
this, man.
Look out! It's back again! Take it out! Flash! Jack, flash!
And that's how you make short work of the flock. It's kind of sad when the flock itself is actually easier to kill than the little shit that leeches. There's a boom shot back here. It's not a bad idea to have it if you want. It does heavy damage with this active reload modifier. I'm bringing the tri-shot with the rest of its ammo. We're almost done with Act 1. That's kind of funny. That drone just froze an AI. I didn't think he'd be able to freeze the AI, but apparently that's a thing.
Affirmative, Lieutenant.
All units, keep it up! We got this! Did he? Sergeant KIA! Paul!
I'm staying back, waiting for the flock. I know it's gonna show up soon.
Fuck! Take it down before it turns these butts! Flash! Flash, flash! Paul! Over here! Got him!
You just make such short work of the flock, it's not even funny. We just have to make our way through this little stage area and we should be just about done. Get out of my way, Marcus. I got places to go and robots to kill.
Okay, we'll round him up and get him to safety. And Baird, if anyone calls for reinforcements, don't do it.
It's clear back here. Come on, let's check the stage.
Sadly, we have to wait for Marcus to catch up. Like, really, game?
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a headache.
Okay, let's go.
Damn it.
Nothing.
People were here. Where'd they all go?
Maybe they got out.
Let's get that curtain open.
Here we go.
Guys, we got a problem.
Corrupted ER1?
That can't be good. Look behind it. The evacuees. They're all dead.
Let's just stay quiet and try to get out of here.
God damn it! Kill that thing!
The pulse ability comes in so nice right there. You get that 20% damage. I think it's either 20 or 25% damage bonus to pulse targets.
Drop the target!
God
Damn it, here they come.
And then, of course, we'll have our little grenadier guest.
Hey,
Pretty sure it's a grenadier if I remember correctly. Oh, never mind. It's just a little reject. For some reason, I always thought that was a grenadier there. I don't know why. Probably from the other games where it's like, oh, here's a door you're supposed to go through, you know? And then out comes a grenadier, because reasons. This, on the other hand, is a bit on the tricky side.
So where do we shoot this thing? Target the blisters. Excuse me a second. I'll be right back. Cole, where are you going? Whoa, look at me, baby!
By a little bit on the tricky side, I mean shoot it a couple times with the pulse ability and... I think my game... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, my game froze. That's not good.
No! Are you nuts? Always! But now it's got a mouthful of boom!
I thought my game froze there for a second. Alright, so... The thing is, when you're doing this co-op, to make sure that you get credit for the co-op completion, what you need to do is make sure that you pause the game and re-invite the player that you were playing with in order to get credit for it. So since Casper just got disconnected, I'm going to re-invite him and we'll be back in a moment.
That's the bastard that shot down our Raven! What? How do you tell? Gold Tree never forgets a face! So where do we shoot this thing? Target the blisters! Gotcha! Get behind something! Excuse me a second! I'll be right back! Cole, where are you going? I said I'll be right back! Where the hell is Cole? He's getting ice cream. I have no idea. Whoa, look at me, baby! I told you! I'll be right back! Oh, it's dinner time, bitch! No! Are you nuts? Always! But now it's got a mouthful of boom!
We just fought the random possessed motorcycle. New Gears boss. That's the Easter egg Gears boss. No, that's just a weird visual glitch.
Any friendly faces you recognize? Maybe that's the peaceful protester who broke my nose. You deserve worse than a broken nose. Why don't you show me what I deserve? Stop! Enough of this shit! You're a goddamn coward! Coward!
All right, there we go, guys. That is all of Act 1. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button and, of course, share it with your friends for the searchability reasons. I hope to see you for all of Act 2's walkthrough. Until next time, stay frosty.